proclamation. Whereas the United States of America was established following the War of Revolution from 1776 to 1783, a war won through the brilliant and courageous leadership of George Washington, revered father of our nation. And whereas George Washington, who lived from 1732 to 1799, mobilized the Continental Army and led the American colonies against the most powerful country in the world, finally defeating the British at the famous Battle of Yorktown, Virginia. And whereas this revered founder of our nation resisted the efforts of many supporters to make him a king or dictator, instead using his influence and power to support the creation and adoption of the Constitution of the United States. And whereas George Washington was elected as the first president of the United States, serving 2 terms of office from 1789 to 1797, and through his devotion, wisdom, and vision, became the exemplar of distinguished leadership for all future presidents. And whereas the William Hightower chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution and the Captain Thomas More chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution wish to encourage all citizens to recognize the contributions of George Washington to our nation by celebrating his birth on Saturday, February 22nd of 2025. Now therefore I, Jane Hewson, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the 22nd day of February 2025 as President George Washington Day, and do hereby call upon all persons of the city of San Marcos to recognize and honor the brilliance, courage, and vision of the father of our nation and the relevance of his wife to the preservation of our democracy in today's complex world.
Thank you, Mayor. As members of the SAR and DAR, we are direct descendants of those that fought in the Revolution or had some particular part in it. And we feel that it's important to always be a reminder to present-day people how important that war was, that it gave us our freedom, our independence from other nations, and helped make us a great nation. And so we do this each and every year to remind you about George Washington, the effort he put in leading the Army, and then as our first president.
I agree entirely. And I wanted to remind everybody also we have our 250th birthday, Independence Birthday of America, coming up next year.
Thank you very much for that announcement, and well in advance, and we will be looking forward to the celebration. Thank you. Let the photos begin. A proclamation. Whereas over 1.7 million Texas secondary students are enrolled in one or more career and technical education, CTE, courses in school districts throughout the state, and over 2,100 San Marcos CISD students are enrolled in CTE. And whereas students at the San Marcos Consolidated Independent School District can take advantage of any one of the 21 programs of study available offering specific sequences of classes that students can take to earn high school credit, giving them the opportunity for work-based learning opportunities that link secondary and post-secondary education and lead to the attainment of industry-recognized credentials. And whereas CTE programs ensure that employers have access to a qualified and thriving workforce, ensuring our nation is a strong and competitive economy. And whereas career and technical student organizations instill in their members the values, knowledge, and skills to be patriotic citizens who are prepared to fully engage as effective leaders. And whereas the CTA District of Distinction program, launched by Career and Technical Association of Texas, is the newest initiative to celebrate outstanding career and technical education programs across Texas. This recognition is designed to honor districts that show exemplary leadership, innovation, and commitment to student success in the workforce. And whereas districts are selected based on a rigorous evaluation using an 11 criteria rubric, this award highlights districts that are innovative, prioritize workforce readiness, and inspire others through their commitment and achievements. And whereas the San Marcos School District CTE program was chosen for this award for the year 2025, one of only 38 districts across the state to earn the award, to be celebrated along with Career and Technology Education Month. Now, therefore, I, Jane Houston, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of February 2025 as Career and Technical Education Month, and do hereby call upon all citizens to express our appreciation and support for the important role of career and technical education courses in the district of our San Marcos students, and congratulate them on the award of CTE District of Distinction in Texas CTE programs. Y'all are doing great stuff. I'm happy to see folks are recognizing it. Are there a few words you want to say?
Thank you, Mayor. We appreciate it. So yeah, we're very excited to have earned that District of Distinction Award. As you know, we've had students here during February for CTE month before, but we wanted to bring some teachers, and this is just a small sampling. Obviously, most teachers, they were lucky they had their conference period this day or had someone cover a class. We have over 30 teachers working for the school district that work in CTE programs, and they do amazing work in having those kids go through those programs, make the situation as realistic to workforce and environments that they can possibly make, and then provide every opportunity possible for those students at our school district. So we really are excited to have our teachers represented here because this award is through their work. So I'd like for them to introduce themselves and just tell what specific program of study they represent.
Hi, my name is Joshua Waslosik, and I teach graphic design, audio-visual, and digital media.
Hello, my name is Mindy Camp, and I am the animal science teacher and the lead for the veterinary science internship program here in town.
And I had the opportunity to tour the high school, the CTE space, and it is fantastic what they're doing, preparing students for work so that they're ready to go to work. They're providing these students to industries that need these workers, and these students are ready to go. This is fantastic, and I'm so proud of our school district for what they're doing to have students ready. Even those who are going to college, many of them are earning some sort of certification or license, correct? Yes, ma'am. So anyway, it's great what our school district is doing. I'm very proud of them. As a graduate, very proud. proclamation. Whereas domestic animals have provided companionship to people for centuries, offering love and loyalty and providing many other benefits to their owners and human families. And whereas it is estimated that the majority of United States households own pets, knowing the mental and emotional benefits of pet companionship, yet still millions of animals are without homes. Whereas each year millions of animals are left homeless, forced to live on the streets, or be kept in shelters. And whereas it is estimated that the majority of pets living in an underserved community are not spayed or neutered, leaving them open to reproducing and adding to the overpopulation program. And whereas spay and neuter initiatives reduce incidence of homeless animals, certain life-threatening diseases, and even curbs negative behavior. And whereas the San Marcos Regional Animal Shelter reported 4,039 live intakes of cats and dogs in fiscal year 2024. And whereas the City of San Marcos, in support of the Positive Outcomes Implementation Plan, supports responsible pet ownership and encourages the community to fix their pets to reduce the number of unwanted pets which may become homeless, stray, or be sent to the shelter. And whereas spaying and neutering of pets and trap, neuter, return of free-roaming community cats are integral components of reducing the number of stray and homeless dogs and cats. Therefore, I, Jane Houston, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of February 2025 as Spay and Neuter Awareness Month, and do hereby call upon the people of San Marcos, its communities, and neighborhoods to spay and neuter the animals within their care, to consider donating to a local animal welfare group, or to sponsor the spay or neuter of another pet in order to make a big difference in that animal's life, and to control overpopulation in our community, and to make resources go further at the local animal shelter. Thank y'all for what you're doing. You'll hold that. Microphone too.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Thank you very much, Mayor. I'm a loud talker anyway. So I think our message is just very simple and clear. If you want to save lives at not just our shelter, any local animal shelter, spay and neuter is how we get there. No birth is how we get to no kill. And we can say that every day. So we just are urging our community, be responsible. These innocent souls at our shelter don't deserve to be there, and our community is what's putting them there by not spaying and neutering, and we can fix that. So it's just urging everybody, please do what's right for your pets, and that way we can find these animals homes and not have so many homeless kiddos out on the street.
And what options do folks have? Do we have an organization locally that's external to the city who might be able to help?
We do. PALS, the Prevent a Litter San Marcos, is our local spay-neuter clinic, and you can look them up. Prevent a Litter is their name. They're our only local spay-neuter clinic. So if you want to donate to an organization that's really worthy and is really helping us get ahead of this problem that we face at the shelter, please support PALS. Please call and make an appointment. Get your animal scheduled for spay-neuter there.
At a reduced cost?
It is a reduced cost.
We all like reduced cost. All right. Anything else?
No, thank you very much.
All right. Hold on. We're going to take pictures.
Oh, we did.
Yes. Let the photos begin. All right, a proclamation. Whereas in 1915, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, known as the father of Black history, founded the Association for Study of Negro Life and History, now called the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, ASALH. Dr. Goodson created this organization because he recognized the enormous amount of information on the achievements of Black people. And whereas consequently, Dr. Woodson instituted Negro History Week as a way to celebrate African American achievements. In 1924, a celebration that was eventually renamed Negro Achievement Week began, and the outreach was significant, but the desire for a greater impact also persisted. We're going back to that beautiful history, and it's going to inspire us to greater achievements. By February of 1926, this statement of Harvard-trained historian Dr. Carter G. Woodson, along with the idea that he and other prominent African-American figures had, would then become Negro History Week. Dr. Woodson chose February for reasons that will become evident momentarily. Whereas since 1865, Black communities had celebrated fallen President Abraham Lincoln's birthday. And then by the late 1890s, former slave and prominent abolitionist activist Frederick Douglass's birthday, both occurring in February. This showed his true effort to extend the study of Black history, not create a new tradition. Finally, in 1976, the celebration was expanded to include the entire month of February, and today Black History Month garners support throughout the country as people of all ethnic and social backgrounds discuss the African American experience. And whereas Black History Month commemorates the successes and achievements by African Americans, both in overcoming many obstacles and in making significant contributions to our community, our state, our nation, and the world. And whereas the Dunbar Heritage Association, DHA, recognizes the Association for the Study of African American Life and History's theme, African Americans and Labor, by recognizing the significance of the contributions and labor of some local San Marcos residents, such as Ralph Merriweather, union organizer, the late Ms. Ollie Hamilton, entrepreneur and local store owner, Reverend Alfonso Washington, the first Black plumber in San Marcos, and Ms. Lily Bell Townsend, entrepreneur and daycare owner. The Calaboose African American History Museum serves as a home for African American history and culture in San Marcos and Hays County through preservation, events, and education. And whereas African Americans have worked to promote cultural awareness and respect for all people, and DHA celebrates this fact during the month of February, including various programs that centers counter-narratives of African Americans, a month-long celebration that's held every Saturday at the Calaboose, and DHA presents Sip, Paint, and Poetry to highlight poets from the Black diaspora to celebrate the Black aesthetic on February 22nd. And whereas the city of San Marcos joins in the unified endeavor of its community to celebrate Black History Month in Kyle, Wimberley, Buda, and throughout Hays County by paying homage to those that have helped carry on the resolute efforts and a continual reminder of the achievements and sacrifices by African American men and women who had contributed to the advancement of human civilization. Now, therefore, I, Jane Hewson, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of February 2025 as Black History Month, and do hereby call upon all citizens to express our appreciation and to participate in the important activities commemorating the outstanding achievements of African American citizens of our city. Thank you so much for bringing this to us, reminding us of the history, how this came about, and also some folks in our community who have led quite distinguished careers. There are more, but I'm so pleased at the ones that you highlighted.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. As she said, there are plenty more here in the city of San Marcos, and we are greatly honored to stand on their shoulders and to create such a wonderful month. Some of the highlights at DHA that we're doing this month is, like what was said, we're having a sip, paint, and poetry that will take place February the 22nd from 4 to 7 in collaboration with the Price Center here in town. One of our guest speakers is going to be Prudence, I knew her name. Arcedo. And she's the chair of the creative writing department at ACC, and we're going to have a local DJ Two Real, who's going to be spinning the 1 and 2s, as we would say back in the day. Also, there's a lot of stuff going on at the Calaboose Museum, so make sure you go on their website. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All our information can be found at dhasmtx.com, and that's where you can find tickets. Right now are going for $20 pre-sale, $25 at the door, and it's going really fast. So we invite the city to come out. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm the daughter of Harvey Miller, so I'm going to add some more history. So one thing I do want to point out that we also had an event that was held on just past Saturday for the children, and it was called Black History is American History, classroom style, and that was very fun. So we actually ran them through how history was taught or classroom was taught back in the day when it was segregated. So I think they really enjoyed that. But what I do want to highlight is two things. Since this is Black History Month, local, I just want to recognize that the first Black city council member was the late Earl Mosley Jr. And then also the first Black female was Martha Castack Tatum. So we did have council members Black, so that was a blessing. Then I want to go through national. Our first Black president, which was President Barack Obama, so we celebrated him yesterday. And our first Black vice president, thank you very much. So we all work together. But I do want to thank, first of all, the mayor, city of San Marcos, all that you do, how you support our council members, because we do want to know that Black History Month is not only 1 month, but we celebrate 365.
Yes, and I had the honor of serving with both of those individuals. Unfortunately, Mr. Mosley passed away a few years ago, but Ms. Tatum, who moved back to Houston, is still serving as District K council member, and also a couple of years ago served as president of the Texas Municipal League. So it has been a joy to watch her and her endeavors, and also that of son Jacob, who's a very impressive young man. So anyway, yes, I was happy to serve with both of them. It was a great time. So thank you for the reminder. Let the photos begin.